Don't shoot!
Get down!
Hello everyone. In this video, I'll show you how to edit mod files and easily re-edit a character's appearance by following this video tutorial. You'll be able to separate parts of an existing mod, like hair, face, and outfits, and freely combine them with other mods. All you need is a tool to open the mod files. You won't need Blender, Noesis plugins, or any other 3D modeling tools. No special skills are required. Also, please note that this video tutorial is intended for users who have already used mods before. I won't be covering how to install mods or how to use Fluffy Manager in this video. Alright, let's get started. First, let's begin with the preparation. Most Resident Evil mods are distributed as RAR, or ZIP folders, to open these files. You can use a tool called 7-zip or WinRAR. If you haven't installed one yet, please install that first. Once you've got the tool ready, you're all set. In this tutorial, we'll use the Claire over Ada mod from Resident Evil 4 Remake as an example. First, open the downloaded mod's RAR file. Next, follow the folder path step by step. Open Natives, STM, Chainsaw, Character, CH, CHA2, and CHA200. Inside the CHA200 folder, you will find folders named 00, 10, and 20. These represent the hair, face, and body of the character. In other words, if you delete an unnecessary part, it will change how the modded character looks in the game. For example, if you want to remove the hair, delete the folder named 20. Now, let's check it in-game. As you can see, Claire's hair model data was removed, so the original character's hair is now displayed. If you only want to keep the body model, delete the folders related to the face and hair. That's 10 and 20. Let's check it in-game. You'll see that Claire's face and hair were removed, leaving only the body model. And that's it. Nothing complicated at all. This method works with almost any type of mod, not just character replacement mods, but also enemy and weapon mods. It can also be applied to other games made with the RE engine. Since character models are often divided into folders by part, you can use this same approach to re-edit mods in those games as well. This technique is especially useful for titles like Monster Hunter or DMC5. However, keep in mind that each character or weapon has a different folder name for its model files. In Resident Evil 4 Remake, Ada's model data is assigned to CHA2, but this folder is used for Ada's model in Leon's main story of Resident Evil 4 Remake. The Ada model, used in separate ways, is assigned to a different folder called CHA8. This means even if you delete the model parts inside CHA2, it won't affect Ada's appearance in separate ways. To make the same changes there, you'll also need to delete the corresponding model parts inside CHA8. In other RE titles, the folder structures and naming conventions also differ. For example, Claire's default outfit in Resident Evil 2 Remake is located under Natives, X64, Section Root, Character, Player, PL1000. and Jill's default outfit in Resident Evil 3 Remake is located under Natives, STM, Escape, Character, Player, PL2000. Jill's model data in RE3R is especially complex. Jill reflected in the mirror uses PL2800. Infected Jill uses PL2900. And the model after she wakes up in the hospital is located in another folder. From this, we can see that whenever a character's appearance changes in the game, a different model file is being used. This means that if the model parts you want to remove are stored in multiple folders, you must delete all related folders. If you skip this step, the game may encounter errors while loading data, which could lead to a soft lock. Fortunately, there's a helpful community-made article that lists which character corresponds to which folder. It's incredibly useful, so I highly recommend checking it out. So far, I've covered the basic methods of re-editing mods. From here, I'll show you a few advanced techniques that aren't very well known. Even modders might find these tips useful. Number 1. How to apply a mod that's limited to one costume to other costumes as well. Most costume mods are assigned to just one specific outfit. For example, this Claire RPD uniform mod for RE2R only works with Claire's noir costume. That means, if you choose any other costume for Claire, the mod won't appear, because it's not assigned to those outfits. However, by following this method, you can make that mod work on other costumes too. Alright, in this example, I'll apply the Claire RPD uniform mod, originally assigned to Claire's noir costume, to her default jacket costume. Since we'll be copying and editing some files, create a new folder first. You can name this folder whatever you like. Now open the Claire RPD uniform mod files and copy all 3 files into the new folder you just created. Once the copy is complete, navigate through the following path: Natives, x64, Section Root, Character, Player, PL1000. The PL1005 folder is assigned to Claire's noir costume. Now, copy and paste the PL1005 folder. Rename the copied folder to PL1000. This folder corresponds to Claire's jacket costume. You can verify this by checking the article that lists which character and costume are assigned to which folder. Next, open the PL1000 folder you just renamed. Inside, you'll find several files, but the ones we need to rename are the .mdf and .mesh files. Replace the PL1005 part at the beginning of each file name with PL1000. Be careful not to remove or add any extra characters. Otherwise, the game won't load the model correctly. Once you've finished renaming the files, it's done. Apply the new mod folder using Fluffy Manager, then launch the game. select Claire's jacket costume, and check the result. It works perfectly. This method allows you to apply mods that were limited to a single costume to any other outfit you want. And of course, this doesn't just work for costume mods. You can use the same approach for other types of mods as well. Number 2. How to fix a mod that stopped working after a game update. Sometimes when the game gets patched, for example, to fix bugs or other issues, certain data inside the game files can change. As a result, some mods may stop working properly. In this section, I'll show you a simple way to fix mods that have stopped working. Let's take the Joel and Ellie mod for Resident Evil 4 Remake as an example. Open the mod folder. Then navigate through these directories: Natives, STM, Chainsaw. Inside this folder, look for folder named App System and simply delete it. That's it. You're done. Honestly, I'm still not exactly sure why deleting this folder makes the mod work again. But for some reason it does. This same method might also work for Resident Evil 2 Remake or Resident Evil 3 Remake, though the folder names could be slightly different in those games. If you find a mod that still doesn't work even after trying this fix, please let me know in the comments below. Number 3. How to fix a mod that's missing necessary files. This one is similar to what I covered in number 1, but I'll go over it again just in case. For example, some older Ada mods for Resident Evil 4 Remake were created before the Separate Ways DLC was released. Because of that, the mod may doesn't work when using Ada in Separate Ways. Here's how to make the mod work for Separate Ways as well. As I mentioned earlier, Ada's Separate Ways models are stored in a different folder than the ones used in Leon's main story. Okay, for this example, let's assume the mod doesn't include any Separate Ways files at all. Open your mod folder and go to Natives, STM. Here. Create a new folder next to it and name it _mercenaries. I've said it once, but I'll say it again. Do not misspell or add extra characters, or the mod won't work properly. Once you've created the _mercenaries folder, copy the character folder from inside the Chainsaw folder. Paste the copied character folder into the newly created _mercenaries folder. Next, open the character folder. Then open the CH folder and rename the CHA2 folder to CHA8. Open the CHA8 folder and rename the CHA200 folder to CHA800. Inside the CHA800 folder, create two new folders named 11 and 14. Then open the 10 folder and copy the two files, .mdf and .mesh. Once copied, open the 11 folder and paste the two files you just copied. After pasting, rename the CHA200 part of both file names to CHA800 and the 10 part to 11. Okay, now Open the 10 folder again and copy only the .mdf file. You don't need the .mesh file this time. After copying the .mdf file from the 10 folder, open the 14 folder and paste it there. Rename this .mdf file to CHA800 _14 _ faceblend .mdf 2.32. Finally, change the CHA200 part of the .mdf and .mesh file names inside the 00, 10, and 20 folders to CHA800 and delete all text files. Make sure that only the .mdf and .mesh files remain inside all folders except 14. Inside the 14 folder, only the .mdf file should remain. If you have hair strands enabled in the game settings, do the same for the 21 folder. The 21 folder is specifically for hair strands. So if you're not using hair strands in the game, it's fine to delete the 21 folder. Done. Launch the game and check the model. It worked. Let's go over a few important notes about the techniques introduced in this video tutorial. Some of the techniques shown in this tutorial require the mod files to include .mdf files. If the .mdf files are missing, unfortunately, those techniques will not work. Folder and file names, as well as directory structures, may differ depending on the game. So, be sure to check the ultimate file list introduced in this video, or look online to see if someone has published a reference list describing the in-game file structure. If no such list exists, you can manually inspect the files yourself by using tools like Noesis plugin. Since these techniques only involve deleting or adding model textures, the character parts might not always fit together perfectly. To fix this, you'll need to use a 3D modeling tool such as Blender. How was this video tutorial? If the character model is divided into separate parts, you can use the same techniques shown here to re-edit mods, not only for the Resident Evil series, but also for other games, including newly released titles. If you have any questions or something you don't understand, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.